Hi guys. So I have a crazy idea. I think that the employer should be completely taken out of private insurance. There should be no insurance benefit directly from your employer, from any company, big or small. There's literally no reason that if the company you work at has nothing to do within the medical field, that they're offering you a medical benefit package, right? And that package also fluctuates from company to company. And let's be honest, when you do go job hunting, you're not comparing their health insurance packages. You're comparing, do you have health insurance? Yes or no? Okay, cool. Right? Like the premium is what it is, right? Like that is the option that is given to you. You're going to leave it or take it or leave it, right? And in most cases, you're just going to take it because it's maybe a little bit better than what you can get on the open market. But wouldn't the argument be made that the open market may be more competitive if that wasn't the case? And then also, how about this? You tell me. I'd rather just have the cash, right? So, for example, if your premium is a couple $100, or in my case, over $1,000, that's a lot of money, right? So why not just give us that cash directly and call it a day, right? Well, Chris, you don't have to take the plan. Well, then you get that cash directly. I mean, no, because now of course the argument's made that, well, yeah, but that's pre-tax money versus post-tax money. And if that's really the only argument for it, and we're going to have all these arguments about people not having insurance, the cost of insurance, whatever, why not just make it so that people who have insurance or however the system is set up, you simply get a tax credit for the insurance premiums that you pay? Like, I don't see why that's so difficult. That seems actually much easier to just say, oh, this is my premiums when you fill out your tax forms, because you got to do that anyways. So why not just do that? So I don't really see the benefit there. Now, the employer, of course, is receiving some sort of benefit because there's always a tax incentive of some kind. But, I mean, that same incentive can be done with something else. But why specifically is it insurance of all things, right? And I've seen something similar because now they're trying to, like, talking about this idea of, I've seen companies that, oh, they'll actually pay you an extra $150 a month to go towards your student loans. How about you just give me the 150 and I get a tax credit for paying the student loans, or actually you already do get a tax deduction. Like, why is it that is the way to do it, right? How about something more practical, like, hey, here's the employer, if they give you a $150 stipend that can go towards groceries, go towards your student loans or health insurance, whatever. They can give you that stipend, but you can choose how to use that capital, right, in one of these categories, and that can be done through your employer. But as far as the actual insurance, I don't see, like, they can offer you the HSA, they can offer you the HRA, they can offer you those things. I don't see why not, right? Because that's on top of a plan that you can select on your own, get elsewhere, compete, or whatever. But as far as what you're locked into, what you're forced into, like, it doesn't make any sense. And so I've not heard in my opinion, a stronger reason why it would not be advantageous to just pull that out of the system, right? Because people will say, oh, but I really like my health insurance plan. Well, like, do you, or do you just like your doctor? Because if you like your doctor, I'm sure they'll also accept another plan, right? That's probably a cheaper plan that you may not even need, this expensive plan that your employer is offering you. Or you want a better plan than what your employer is offering you, but you got to take what they're giving you because, at least they're helping pay for some of it. So, it's a little bit cheaper, kind of. How about the contribution they're going to give you, you just getting cash, right? Like, you just get that as cash, right? And then the employer, they can say, okay, well, this portion of cash can go towards, your health plan or whatever the case is. And they can still get that tax deduction, tax credit, pre-tax, whatever it is. They can still get that whole thing. If that's the whole argument, is this whole pre-tax, tax deductions, whatever, there are other ways of accomplishing that have absolutely nothing to do with locking employees into their employer and preventing a free flow of a free market, right? Because that's really what you're doing. You're preventing a free market. It should be that an employee should be willing and able at any point in time to jump to a different job that offers them more for their value. If they are valued more, they should be able to do that. And the thing that they should not have to be calculating into this is the question mark around the specific healthcare package that will be offered by their employer, and the fine print stipulations that honestly, that's just not the way it works in practical sense. And we can all pretend that, oh, I do that, and that's just, no, we accept what is offered to us as, well, thank goodness my employer offers health insurance. That's just the way we treat things. And I'm saying big companies, small companies, especially small companies, if you're a smaller company, you have bigger things to focus on, right? You're trying to grow your business. You're trying to become an entrepreneur. You do all this stuff. You do not need to be thinking about health insurance for your employees. That just doesn't make any sense. Now, like I said, there are better ideas, incentives you can set up for the exact same kind of trade-off. If that's truly your argument, then I say just take that and put it somewhere else. But get the health insurance out of it. Because what it's doing is it's simply preventing people from having true competition within the marketplace. It's preventing people from actually having the free choice of what they want for insurance, if you're going to make that argument, right? So, and if it just doesn't make any sense to me. So if you do have a legitimate reason why this is a good idea, you should keep it. Or if you agree with me that this is not a great thing, the only reason I'm at the job I'm at is because of the health insurance. Like that, I feel, is a very common answer that people are going to say. So this is just something that's kind of been I'm just been kind of thinking about, because once people have the capital in their hand, they're better with spending that money, right? So here's simply the argument that typically I would hear is, well, the government can't spend $1,000 as well as I can. Okay? Now, don't tell me that your employer can spend $1,000 and make a selection for you on what you want and how much that you want to pay, and then say that that's okay. Like, you can't make that same argument, in my opinion. It just doesn't make any sense. So get the cash, that's your salary, and then whatever they're going to contribute towards your plan, just tack that on. I know what I'm talking about is raising wages for people. That's crazy. But if they're going to pay that money anyways, and like I said, you want that same tax deduction, deferral, or whatever for the employer's benefit, you can pull that out from somewhere else, right? It could be as simple as an X value on a stipend that can go towards medical expenses, HRAs, HSAs, all those things, right? You can also make it maybe go towards any sort of, it only applies to companies that are over this size, or companies that are under this size that can do this. Like, there's a million reasons that, and a million ways that you can be a little bit more creative. Now, I understand right now the state of politics, people have really lost creativity. The only person I've seen who has any creative ideas that's thinking outside the box is this guy named Andrew Yang. Google Andrew Yang and you'll find out more about him. But other than that, I don't see these creative ideas and this interest in creating opportunities by simply doing something as simple as taking the health insurance out of there. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. And legitimately, if you think there's still a good reason and there's a benefit, then let me know. Otherwise, I think it prevents free market of insurance. It prevents the free market of employees selecting where they want to go. It prevents the free market of true salary negotiations. I mean, I just don't see how you can make the argument that it is beneficial to the country to be done this way. Because then you have this other issue where, so basically essentially, based on how good of a company I work for determines the kind of care that I will receive, right? So people, I don't know, just it's all nonsense to me. Let me know. Comments down below. Bye-bye.